What's up, Smash fans? Last episode we discussed Steve's shown movesets. This time we're taking a look at his trailer and showing you facts, speculations, and Easter eggs / details that I feel are really underrepresented in most people's showcase. If you find this pretty useful or entertaining, hit that like and subscribe button so I can continue making more vids for you guys. So let's get part 2 started! So first thing I want to make note of is his teabag, because you know damn well people are going to be having toxicity. May as well see what he can taunt with, and it's from his original game. It's a nice little touch. It's a unique teabagging toolkit. Maybe not as unique as DDD's, but unique enough. Although because it doesn't go all the way down, I'm not sure if it can low profile over some characters' attacks or projectiles. Doesn't seem like it'd be a good option for that. You know, think about things like arrows, light charge shots, etc. Now this next clip you can see Fox getting hit by the sour spot fair, which I figured would have a sour spot, although imagine if that move's hitbox was entirely the sweet spot. I mean, that would be busted. Now I thought this was interesting that in the trailer it had shown Steve's down tilt creating a piece of food out of nowhere. Maybe there's a hidden mechanic where down tilt can cook, or maybe some crafting item can do that. Perhaps it's only available in item matches. Maybe it's not in at all and just placed there by the team. But why add that? I think there's something to putting that in. What do you guys think? I love this section here because if it's not cutscene generated, it's telling that these bricks act like walls. It seems when a character runs into a wall, they do their animation of bumping into any wall, but they'll also trip, it seems. I don't think you'll be making this happen often, but it's telling. You could possibly follow up with a down air or falling air or anything that can catch that slip. Now this next scene showed Steve and Steve Alts making blocks off of each other's blocks. Now, are they on teams and this is why it works, or are they enemies but the block mechanic still works with each other despite that? Does this imply there's a build mechanic maybe in training mode? Much the same way that creative mode exists in the original series? I mean, wouldn't that be cool? Unlimited building in Smash, albeit in a 2D plane, but still an awesome idea. Mining and crafting are shown. We've spoken in detail in the last episode about that. I love this. Steve pulls an anvil from his hand, like in the original series, in size, but once underneath seems to grow about twice, 3 times its size. I wonder if that scales with a mushroom. I think we'll have to test that out, won't we? Alex swapping in is a nice touch. Already been proven to be an out costume like Byleth male, female, etc. along with Endermen and zombies. Notice a diamond sword being swung, pulling back into crafting. Steve and Alex in this next scene are both building railways. Could they essentially share materials? Maybe Steve builds one notch and Alex builds the next? In this sense, they don't both completely drain materials, nor does one only lose their material. Now I love this scene as it shows Steve sleeping, just like his sleep mechanic in Minecraft. The attention to detail from these guys is astonishing. And again, we see a mechanic involving food and a Steve out, or zombie out. This is the second time food is shown, so I have to conclude that he will definitely have some type of food mechanic. Perhaps in casual play with items on. I'm not so sure, but we will soon see about that. But again, I have to add, why would they put that in if it's not going to be a mechanic? Or if it's not going to be a thing? There has to be a reason, right? Now there are 6 different stages and 4 different seasons. It kind of ties into Animal Crossing the way that Nintendo constantly gives updates for that as well. But we'll break these down near the end. 2 amazing things happen here. Steve uses his side B with speed boost. He is forced out after hitting the wall, but his cart continues to fly off backwards. Notice it doesn't break those bricks, nor does it break itself. It goes through Heroes Kaklang and continues to carry DK off stage. Already seeing some of the mechanics in this move, and they're kind of interesting. In the following direct, we learn a bit more about Steve. Mainly his initial jump is short but perfect for laying blocks. And his size is nearly exactly the same as Little Mac. In fact, he's slightly shorter. What does that mean for his weight? Well, we'll get to that soon. A note about his jump. What does that say about stages with platforms for Steve? He's going to have to burn a double jump just to get up, meaning they may be a great counter pick against him. Sakurai mentioned zombie skin doesn't burn in the sun, but do fire attacks do more damage? I think that might be a good tester. Now wow, there's a cool little egg here. We see a full-scale Enderman in the background. Not the out, but the actual tall scale. During night, as he would be as well. And a skeleton, and he has a bow. That's such a nice little touch. I wonder, I haven't seen this yet in any of these trailers, but I wonder if we will see spiders too. Boom, right here. This is regular gameplay, and Enderman blinks yellow for a second. This normally suggested move is now ready for use, like Wario's bike. Is this the food mechanic that I had thought of? Does this mean that you can now down tilt and make food, or if you get hit, you will drop food? I like these little touches in the background. There's a small crafting table back there, and I can't tell what this is. Now, a thought occurred that the time during which you play affects the landscape's time too. Same stage, but a nighttime fight will turn the landscape into a nighttime stage, or evening, a sunset stage. I wonder if it works like Bayonetta's clock, or KK singing on Saturdays in the Animal Crossing stages. Now, Steve's reminded me of Game & Watch as his animations aren't fluid but choppy. I realize it's staying true to their series, but it's going to be very confusing for a lot of people on how to react to this character. Now, this background is also true to the game. These villagers aren't just farming, they're harvesting too. This is really adorable attention to detail, man, and I absolutely love it. So I'm checking this out, and I really want to get into the free cam mode and look inside these villagers' houses. At least from an angle, since they do have windows. I feel like Sakurai might have placed something more than just them sleeping. These houses could be furnished. Now look at this guy's barehanded attack. They really did this guy justice. Once his sword breaks, he attacks like he's digging with just his hand, as you do originally. Now, as the direct went on, so did the size of the crops. So you will be seeing these guys working and things growing, as well as them harvesting, as I mentioned. But it also seems like the animals might be randomly generated too. Or not there at all. This is causing me to believe that the stages themselves generate their own foreground and background randomly as well. This only has one house instead of the two prior. Background is the same, so maybe it isn't. I love these little touches like the bell and the well as well. I see a stone home or fortress. Maybe it'll have more activity at night. Nothing that I've seen yet. Ah, and I hear that sound effect nice and clear. They're staying true to the audio, I'm assuming. Now, this background is enormous. If this isn't randomly generated, you can assume this took days to finish. If anybody out there spends enough time playing Minecraft to know this, can someone give me an approximation of how long do you think this might have taken to build in-game? It might also just be a texture. There may not be actual things back there. It could just be a texture. So I could keep going on, and I will keep going on, but I don't really want this to get any longer than it already is. I think a lot of people tune out around this time anyways. That being said, make sure you sub because I will be dropping a new video within a couple of days. That'll cap off this entire segment. I'm also working on some Smash Facts videos, so make sure you're here to check them out. In any case, I'll see you guys next time and smell you later. Don't forget to like and subscribe.